Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Wapsie Valley High School from your homes or wherever you're at for tonight's JV and Varsity Wrestling Quad featuring Wapsie Valley, Bellevue, East Buchanan, and North Fayette Valley. I am Blake Boer, joined on the broadcast tonight by Zach Babers. We will be calling all the matches and duels here tonight. Running out, our order of the night will be starting out Wapsie Valley and taking on Bellevue on the right mat on your screen, mat 1. On the left side of your screen, mat 2 will be East Buchanan and North Fayette Valley. Following that, we will have our Wapsie Valley Youth Wrestling Recognition Night. Then on to round 2 of the duels, Wapsie Valley taking on North Fayette Valley, while East Buchanan takes on Bellevue. And our third and final round of the night is going to be Wapsie Valley taking on East Buchanan and Bellevue taking on North Fayette Valley. I'd like to welcome into the broadcast Zach Babers. Thanks for joining me tonight, Zach.
Yeah, no problem. It's an exciting night here. We're getting ready for some really good wrestling with four really good teams that have really good wrestlers that we'll see tonight. It's going to be a very exciting duel.
Exactly. We'll do a little bit of a run through of the roster here, how it goes. Wapsie Valley probably bring the most full roster into tonight. Starting out the top, 106, you're going to have sophomore Brody Kleitz, junior Delaney Youngblood. 113 pounds, 4th-ranked Easton Crawl, a sophomore. 120 pounds, we have 4th-ranked Dawson Schmidt and Tice Hegenow. 126, Kanan Decker. 132, either Gavin Lystico, Braden Dana, or Brock Kleitz. 138, Dallas Tissue or Garrett Miller. 145 will be Aidan Shannon or Austin Hesse. Going down to 152 pounds, Drew Lansing. 160 pounds, Jonah Frost or Jake Shore. 170 pounds is going to be Chase Ackerman. 182 looking at Cannon Jaeger or Derek Hilsenbeck. 195, Keegan Brown. 220 pounds, Andrew Mathias, and 285, Cole Otto. And Zach, you want to run us through Bellevue's lineup?
So Bellevue's lineup, they have the least amount of wrestlers here tonight, and they're going to start 106 and 113 open tonight. 120, they'll have Will Steinbeck and Aidan Harms. At 126, they'll have the Steinbeck or Harms again, one of the two. At 132, they'll have an open match. 138, they'll have Jake Highland. 145 and 152, they'll be open again. 160, they'll have Jayden Keene or Kempton Stickma. At 170, they'll have Blaine Tharp. At 182, they'll be open once again. At 195, they'll have Jack Highland. At 220, they'll have Ryder Michaels. And at 285, they will be open.
And also, Bellevue brings one girl tonight on their roster, 145 pounds, Ryan Dunn. Going on over to East Buchanan. They bring in at 106 pounds, junior Jayden Payton. The Buccaneers open at 113. 120 pounds, junior Sam Cook. 126 pounds, sophomore Colton Torres. Buccaneers are open at 132 and 138. 145 pounds, they bring in sophomore Tanner Therm. 152 pounds, freshman Cameron Graham. 160, junior Chase Fultz. 170 pounds will be either freshman Carter Wilgenbush or sophomore Derek Lindsay. 182 pounds, freshman Clay Wilgenbush or junior Nick Starr. 195, freshman Owen Recker. The Buccaneers open at 220. And at 285 pounds, they have either sophomore Caleb Dirks or the 3rd-ranked heavyweight in Class 1A, sophomore Cody Fox. The Buccaneers, an interesting one there in Cody Fox. He is maybe more known for his football prowess, a 4-star recruit, already has offers, and I believe committed to the University of Iowa to play football.
Yep.
So an interesting one to watch there tonight.
Yeah.
And Zach, you want to run us through North Fayette Valley's lineup?
So North Fayette Valley, they have a lot of freshmen coming out tonight. At 106, they'll have the freshman Cade Meyer. And at 113, they will be open. At 120, they'll have the freshman Tate German. And at 126, they'll have the junior Nick Koch. At 132, I
forgot to turn us on. We'll run that.
I forgot to turn our volume on. So we'll do a quick 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Bellevue Comets and the Wapsie Valley Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Wapsie Valley High School for tonight's JV Varsity Wrestling Quad between Wapsie Valley, Bellevue, East Buchanan, and North Fayette Valley. My name is Blake Boer. I'm joined on the broadcast tonight by Wapsie Valley student Zach Bavers. Will be on the call of tonight's duels. Be an interesting night of wrestling. Just the second home dual night for Wapsie Valley, also the final of the season, as they host the Comets, Buccaneers, and Tiger Hawks. And please join me in welcoming in my broadcast partner for the night, Zach Bavers. Welcome, Zach.
It's welcome to you too. It's been a good night, and we're hoping to see some really good wrestling from a lot of really good teams here tonight. It's going to be a fun one here. 4 teams, 3 duels. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one tonight. Seeing the lineup on your screen right now, folks. We'll start off the night. Wapsie Valley taking on Bellevue on mat 1, which will be the right side mat on your screen, while East Buchanan takes on North Fayette Valley on mat 2, the left side mat on your screen. In between rounds 1 and 2, we will be holding our Wapsie Valley Youth Wrestling Recognition Night, so we'll have a little bit of a break between the duels there. Going into round 2, Wapsie Valley will take on North Fayette Valley, and Bellevue will take on East Buchanan. And in the last round of the night, round 3, Wapsie Valley will take on East Buchanan, and Bellevue takes on North Fayette Valley.
Buccaneers, Tanner Torres. For the Tiger Hawks, Jesse Grimes. And for your Warriors, Aidan Shannon.
And our public address announcer, Chad Van Dale, you may hear him calling out the starting lineups for tonight. Do a quick run through here. Zach, you want to take the Warriors here?
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors, they have a strong lineup. No open spots. They're going to have all the wrestlers wrestle tonight. I think the disadvantage is definitely going to go to either Bellevue or probably North Fayette Valley. They got some open spots, and they're going to have to make those points up.
All right, how about give us a little run through of what the Warriors are going to be putting out there?
So the Warriors will start off with sophomore Brody Kleitch or junior Delaney Youngblood. And at 113, they'll have 4th-ranked sophomore Easton Krull. At 120, they'll have the 4th-ranked junior Dawson Schmidt or Tice Hagenow. At 126, they'll have the true freshman Kanan Decker. And then at 132, they'll have senior Gavin Lysicow, freshman Braden Dana, and sophomore Brock Kleitch. At 138, they'll have freshman Dallas Tissue or freshman Garrett Miller. At 145, they'll have the sophomore Aidan Shannon or junior Austin Hesse. At 152, they'll have the freshman Drew Lansing. And at 160, they'll have the freshman Jonah Frost and the sophomore Jake Shore. At 170, they'll have the freshman Chase Ackerman. And at 182, they'll have the junior Cannon Jaeger or the sophomore Derek Hilsenbach. At 195, they'll have the junior Keegan Brown, the freshman Andrew, and then at 220, they'll have the freshman Andrew Mathias. And at heavyweight, 285, they'll have the senior Cole Otto. Now flipping over to the Bellevue lineup. At 106 and 113, they will be open. And at 120, they will have the senior Will Steinbeck and the freshman Aiden Harms. At 126, they'll either have Steinbeck or Harms, whichever one's not wrestling. And at 132, they'll be open. At freshman, at 138.
Now we'll take a quick break here for the national anthem, folks. right, and we're back. Zach, continue running through the lineups there.
So we're back again at 182. They will be open there. At 195, they will have the sophomore Jack Highland. And at 220, they will have the junior Ryder Michaels. And at 285, they will be open. They do bring one girl into the night. At 145, they'll have Ryan Dunn, the junior.
And over here will be East Buchanan versus North Fayette. We do have a lot going on tonight. There's 3 duels. We have youth night introductions after this meet, so we ask that you please stay in the stands for that. And I do believe if there is a duel that gets over, we will be going to 2 mats. So wrestlers, be ready.
So as we continue into the East Buchanan Buccaneers lineup, at 106 they will have Jayden Payton, the junior, and at 113 they will be open. At 120 they will have the junior Sam Cook. At 126 they will have the sophomore Colton Torres. At 132 and 138 they will be open. At 145 they will have Tanner Therm, the sophomore. At 152 they will have Cameron Graham, the true freshman. At 160 they will have Chase Foltz, the junior. At 170, they will have Carter Wilgenbush, the freshman, or Derek Lindsay, the sophomore. At 182, they will have Clay Wilgenbush, the freshman, or Nick Starr, the junior. At 195, they will have Owen Recker, the freshman. At 220, they will be open. At 285, they'll have Caleb Drix, the sophomore, or the third-ranked Cody Fox. And Cody Fox actually is a 4-star recruit for football and is actually committed to the University of Iowa. So that'll be interesting to see what he can do tonight. As we start the wrestling,
Wapsie Valley was able to receive a forfeit at 106 pounds. Warrior junior Delaney Youngblood got the forfeit win for Wapsie Valley.
And it looks like over here, East Buck already got a takedown. Now they're a very aggressive wrestling team. They are going to come at you hard, and they are not going to stop. They play with an aggressive style. Just right away, he puts him into a cradle.
Out of the mat now for North Fayette Valley will be Cade Meyer taking on East Buchanan's Jayden Payton.
Wrestling at 113 for your Warriors, Brody Leitch.
And there's the fall, East Buchanan. Jayden Payton will get the fall over the freshman Cade Meyer in a cradle.
And another forfeit over on mat 1 as Wapsie Valley's Brody Kleitch gets the forfeit win at 113 pounds.
And now we will see the Bellevue Comets with Aidan Harms, the true freshman, being sent out there. And now we will see Dawson Schmidt come out here for the Warriors.
At 113, Brody Schubach will receive a forfeit.
And for the North Fayette Valley, they will receive a forfeit.
Wrestling for the Tiger Hawks, Tate. The Buccaneers, Sam Cook.
At 120, they will bring in Tate German for North Fayette Valley, the freshman, against Sam Cook, the junior, for East Buchanan. Dawson Schmidt is a very good wrestler. He's very good at taking people down, which is obviously the goal, but he's very good at executing his shots. He's a technician. He's very good at finding ways to get in on your legs and get the shot off.
Dawson already out to a quick 8-4 lead, make that a 10-4 lead as he records another takedown here.
And it looks like Dawson's going to go for the tech fall here. He's letting him up very quickly.
It's been a bit of Dawson's style this year. Likes to jump out to that early lead on some opponents, he knows he can kind of go out there and beat up on a little bit.
Yeah.
Likes to get out there, get some quick points, get some takedowns, build up his lead. Then he has something to play with as he goes and tries to get a turn.
There he goes.
Going for that near ball in the pin.
Gets the arm bar in. That's tight. That's tight. And there's the fall for Dawson Schmidt.
The 4th-ranked Warrior picks up the pinfall. And Wapsie Valley out to a quick, should be 18-0 lead. It looks like it might be a little backed up there on the scoreboard.
See Kaden Decker come out here and get a forfeit. I think that's going to be the disadvantage all night for Bellevue, is they're going to have a lot of open spots.
We'll shift our focus back over to Mat 2, where
this is still a 0-0 match here.
we've got Tate German of North Fayette Valley taking on Sam Cook of East Buchanan.
There's a takedown by Tate German.
And Wapsie Valley's Gavin Leistico just taking the forfeit win for Wapsie Valley.
For your Warriors, Dallas Tissue.
Tate German got a takedown there with about 3 seconds left, which was very important to get this lead going in the first period.
So recap how Wapsie Valley and Bellevue's duel has gone so far. 106 pounds, Delaney Youngblood took a forfeit win for Wapsie Valley, as did Brody Kleitch at 113 pounds. 120 pounds, Wapsie Valley's Dawson Schmidt with the pin of Bellevue's Aidan Harms in 145. 126 pounds, Wapsie Valley's Keene Decker received a forfeit win. And Gavin Leistico, it's like he received a forfeit win. And out on the mat now will be Dallas Tissue taking on Jake Highland from Bellevue. Highland with a quick takedown for 2, and he gets
a
cradle.
cradle locked in. Tissue's got to break it. He breaks the lock. Tissue at the start got a shot off, and he nearly had him as they went out of bounds.
Highland gets a 3 on the near fall there, up 5-0. Over on mat 2, Tate German with the throw and the takedown of Sam Cook out to a 2-0 lead. Our current match scores, Wapsie Valley leading Bellevue 30-0, while East Buchanan and North Fayette Valley, tied 6-6.
And it looks
that
like
score is right. Actually, it looks like it is.
Tate German is really riding him hard here. He was on top the entire second period, which is a big advantage heading into the third with his choice. So, depends on what he wants to do. He's going to go neutral, surprisingly.
Looking back over to mat number over on mat number 1, Jake Highland and Dallas Tissue. Highland still in control here. 15 seconds to go in period number 1, with Highland leading Tissue 5-0. That's going to end period number 1 with Highland leading Tissue 5-0 heading into period number 2. Tissue's going to defer the choice. Highland taking the down position to start the period.
And I think that takedown to that cradle was very important for him. He stayed on top the remainder of the period and kind of controlled that entire period. You know, Tissue still has the third period choice, which is an important thing to know. But if he can't get any near falls here, it's going to be a problem for him going into the third.
Highland trying to fight for that escape.
Tissue looked like he was going to go for that cradle.
We've got some action over on mat 2. German
looking
for the fall. He's got a nice turn on Cook.
And that's tight. There it is. The half. And there's the fall from Tate German as North Fayette Valley will take a 12-6 lead in this duel.
That fall coming in 5 minutes and 15 seconds for Tate German of North Fayette Valley over Sam Cook of East Buchanan.
Jake Highland gets a reversal, takes a 7-0 lead over Dallas Tissue.
And North Fayette Valley taking a forfeit win.
Tissue looking for that sit out there.
Torres. For the Tigerhawks, Wilgin, Bohm.
$20 seconds to go in period number 2. Jake Highland up 2-0 on the Warriors' Dallas Tissue. And Highland's going to let him out for the escape there. Make that 7-1 Highland.
Oh, and he gets. Oh, there's 2 there. Just as the period ends, as Tissue gets thrown to his back. Lucky for him, it was only the 2 takedown. Tissue's gonna go neutral here. He's gonna have to have high energy in this third period if he wants any shot of winning this match.
And some action over on mat number 2. Cradle locked up there. There's Logan Bohm and Colton Torres on the mat.
And Bohm will take a 4-1 lead as he gives up an escape.
Back on mat number 1, Jake Highland. Another 2 on the board. Up 11-1 on the Warriors' Dallas Tissue.
He's looking for the fall here. He's got that kind of Turk run in. Gets the crossface on it. Tissue's got to come up with that as he gets flipped to his back with a Turk. He's got a bridge. He's showing some serious athleticism with that bridge there, but don't think it's going to be enough. That's tight. As Tissue will have blood time here on mat 1.
And over on mat 2, Logan Bohm of North Fayette Valley out to a 6-1 lead on East Buchanan's Colton Torres at 132 pounds. Getting ready to start period number 2.
As he gets a single leg. That was a high single leg. Gets the takedown. 8-1 Logan Bohm. Logan Bohm gives up an escape. It'll be 8-2. As he gets a shot on with a single leg. Drags him back in, which was important, as he gets a cradle locked in right to his back. He'll get the 2 takedown. And he'll get the 3 near falls as he tries to run it over again. He gets the 2 takedown and the 2 near fall. So it is now a 12-2 lead for Logan Bohm.
And we're back to action on mat number 1. Cutting the blood time there. Tissue back to wrestle. It's a 15-1 lead for Jake Highland. Just over 30 seconds to go here in period number 3.
Bellevue gets the Turk locked up again as he'll flip Tissue to his back.
Yeah, and I'll let Tissue can roll something through here. This is going to be it. It's either going to be a pin or we're looking at a pin or a tech fall here for Highland.
This is a very important point here for them as he will get the technical fall.
It is 3 back points, making an 18-1 tech fall victory, and 5:59 for Bellevue's Jake Highland over Wapsie Valley's Dallas Tissue. First points of the night, the dual score for the Comets. Wapsie Valley's lead 30-6.
Now we will jump to 145 here as Aidan Shannon will get a forfeit win here. And then we'll jump to 152 where Drew Lansing will get another forfeit win, which will just extend that Wapsie Valley lead to 42-5.
Wrestling at 152 for your Warriors.
And I think that's just the disadvantage that the Comets have tonight. They don't have a full lineup, and that's going to hurt them when they wrestle these teams that have full lineups, and you're just shooting yourself in the foot with all these given up points.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult thing, especially in high school wrestling, especially in your one of these schools, your smaller schools. Wapsie Valley's lucky enough to have a full lineup and some kids who can get out there and wrestle pretty well. But we're looking at tonight. Bellevue is looks like 7 open weights: 106, 113, 132, 45, 52, 182, and 285. Wapsie Valley sitting there with no open weights. That's really going to be the difference in this one. Bellevue has seen them wrestle one match so far, 2 matches.
Yeah.
And they've wrestled tough. Schmidt was able to pick up a fall, and then Bellevue's Jake Highland the fall. So in wrestled matches, Highland getting the tech fall. Wrestled matches at 6-5, but it's like you said, those open weights that are really hurting Bellevue right now.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate thing. It's a difficult thing too, trying to fill out 14 weights in a high school lineup from a small school. It's not like football or basketball, baseball, name a sport where you can put a kid out there any size. Wrestling, you're limited to how big your kids are.
Yeah. And I think that's the disadvantage with a lot of small schools. I think we're lucky to have a full lineup, and that's going to make the difference in a lot of these meets between, even East Buck and North Fayette Valley. Those teams both have open weights, and Wapsie is going to have to use those open weights to their advantage a lot. It's the advantage they have. And they use it well. You look at the 2 matches we've wrestled so far with Wapsie and Bellevue, and it's been 1-1 on match results, but bonus points for these teams. If they're going to want to beat Wapsie, they're going to have to get bonus points to make up for those open weights.
We'll check back in on the North Fayette Valley Tigerhawks and East Buchanan Buccaneers dual match. Some scores there: 106, Jayden and Payton. A fall of North Fayette Valley's Cade Meyer, 51 seconds. 113 pounds, North Fayette Valley's Brody Schutbach received a forfeit. 120 pounds, Tate German. A fall of East Buck's Sam Cook in 5:16. 126 pounds, North Fayette Valley's Nick Cook received a forfeit. 132 pounds, Logan Bohm of North Fayette Valley a tech fall, 23-6 in 5 minutes, 34 seconds over Colton Torres. And at 138 pounds, Braden Ellis of North Fayette Valley received a forfeit win. And out on the match right now, 145 pounds, is North Fayette Valley's Jesse Grimes taking on East Buchanan's Tanner Therm.
Yeah, and, you know, East Buchanan, as we said, is they have a very aggressive team. They're going to come at you, and they're going to come at you hard. And when they get on top, they ride hard. They're going to ride you out the entire period. And they're going to wrestle tough. And here on mat 2, we see a blood time.
And out there on mat number 1 right now, 160 pounds, Wapsie Valley's Jonah Frost taking on Bellevue's Jayden Keene. Keene able to do the takedown there. Keene out to a score correction. Track wrestling has him out to a 4-3 lead, while our scoreboard of the gym up there is a 5-3.
Jonah
and their
Frost.
track wrestling updates.
Jonah Frost will get a reversal here, and the important thing to know right now is that, sorry, let me look at here. Jayden Keene already has a stall call, so that's going to be important coming later in the match if he's up with a lead.
Frost able to get 2 near fall points on that one. Retaking the lead 7-5, 37 seconds to go in period number 2.
We have action back on mat 2 as Tanner Therm will get the takedown.
Jonah Frost working for the turn. Gets under that right shoulder of Keene.
Gets the Turk locked in. Keene trying to roll out of it as Frost will settle in with 5 seconds left. 3. And we will go to the second period. No fall there, and that's going to be important with his lead with 3 near falls.
Going into the third period, Jonah Frost a 10-5 lead on Bellevue's Jayden Keene at 160 pounds. An injury timeout over on mat number 2 for East Buchanan's Tanner Therm.
And it looks like Keene got another stall call, so Jonah Frost was awarded a point there.
(11-5) now. Frost leading Keene as we are into period number 3 of this 160-pound match between the Warriors and the Comets. And we got blood time. Or maybe not. But we'll head back to the center of the mat. Keene in the top position on Jonah Frost. Frost still holding an 11-5 lead. As Frost turns around, gets the single
He's got to
leg.
reach around the side, and there's 2.
Gets the head in there. A 13-5 lead now for Jonah Frost of Wapsie Valley. Good awareness there by Frost. Keene wasn't really applying the pressure so much. He's able to slip away a little bit and get the turn in, and favorite little double leg, grab the ankles, and
Get around that waist.
get 2 on the board. .30 seconds to go in this one.
As Jonah Frost will give him an escape, 13-6. Now you still have the major. No, you don't have the major anymore. He gave him an escape. As Keene will get a shot off, and he'll get the takedown here. 10 seconds to go. Jonah Frost still holding on to that 5-point lead, as that will probably be the match.
And that's going to do it. Jonah Frost picks up a 13-8 decision over Bellevue's Jayden Keene at 160 pounds. Bumping the Warrior lead up to 45-5 on Bellevue. Coming out now at 170 pounds will be Wapsie Valley's Chase Ackerman, the freshman, who just went over to Tripola on Saturday as a freshman, won the whole thing.
And that's something to know. You know, he's an exciting wrestler. He's a good wrestler. I'm excited for what he's going to do for this team and what's it going to turn out like in March when we head to the state championships. But he's got a bright future ahead of him. So
Ackerman will be taking on Bellevue's Blaine Tharp here at 170 pounds.
As we look at here on mat 2, it's a 1-0 lead here so far.
Jesse Grimes holding the 1-0 lead over East Buchanan's Tanner Therm at 145 pounds. Ackerman, the quick takedown for 2 as he works trying to get that cradle.
Wapsie ride there. He's trying to pull it back onto himself. Trying to get those near fall points. This will switch over to an arm bar. He's got to put, yeah, there you go. He pulls him in over the edge to keep it in. Now he'll run it across. Flips him to his back, loses the arm. He'll scoop the head here. Trying to work for that fall. And he'll get it.
A pinfall for Chase Ackerman.
That'll be another 6 points for Wapsie, extending their lead 51-5 over Bellevue.
Coming in 51 seconds.
And looks like Kenan Jaeger will go out for the Warriors as he'll get a forfeit win. So we'll move on to 195. We'll see Keegan Brown come out, which I'm excited for that one. That's going to be a good match.
And coming out now, Keegan Brown for the Warriors heading to the head table. His opponent at 195 pounds. Let's see who checks in for the comments. Will be Jack Highland. And we have a tied match over on mat number 2 between Jesse Grimes and Tanner Therm, 1-1. Just over 1 minute to go in period number 3 at 145 pounds. And folks, that's what a few forfeits will do. You know, kind of the speed of the night. Wapsie Valley and Bellevue are already on to 195, while the Buccaneers and Tiger Hawks still wrestling in 145. Keegan Brown on the shot there, gets the takedown over Jack Highland.
He'll stick a half in right on the edge. He'll have to work it back towards the center.
Tries to roll over the top there. Highland was able to fight it off. And action going out of the ring. We'll head back to center. Keegan Brown, the 2-0 lead on Bellevue's Jack Highland. And the final seconds tick away in the third period on mat 2 between Grimes and Therm. Looks like we're going to have a sudden victory period. And we've got blood time for Brown on mat 1.
This is an important match if East Buchanan wants to get back into this. He'll get a shot, and there's two. So trying to work him over to his back here. As we get him to his back, it'll roll through, and that'll be it.
It's going to be a 3-1 victory in sudden victory, period 1 for East Buchanan's Tanner Therm over North Fayette Valley's Jesse Grimes. And back at it over on mat number 1. Keegan Brown's up 2-1 on Jack Highland. Highland receiving a penalty point there.
So get an armbar. Brown will get an armbar here.
Trying to roll through for the turn. Getting the near fall count. He's got his 3 if he can run it out.
That'll be the period.
Add 3 to the score for Keegan Brown with the near fall, up 5-1 on Bellevue's Jack Highland. Next up over on mat 2, 152 pounds, Aidan Kerr for the Tiger Hawks against the Buccaneers' Cameron Graham. Highland going for the stand-up there. Brown able to get the mat return.
Keegan will work him over to his back. Nearly gets flipped through, and he will, but he keeps the legs.
He's got 2 on the near fall there. About to lose position, and adds a reversal there as Highland slips through on Brown. Brown getting a little too high up there, just couldn't control it anymore.
Yeah, and these guys have a lot of leverage, so if you get just that tad bit too high, they can roll you right through.
Action going off the mat, almost into the row of cheerleaders there, but we'll send it back to center. 1:04 to go in period number 2 at 195 pounds. The Warriors' Keegan Brown leading Bellevue's Jack Highland 7-3. Over on mat number 2, Cameron Graham for East Buchanan leading Aidan Kerr of North Fayette Valley 2-0. 25 seconds to go in period number 1 there. Brown going for the stand-up. He's able to break the hands and get the escape. Up 8-3, under 1 minute to go.
Aidan Kerr here over on mat 2, right at the end of the first period, gets a reversal.
That'll tie that one up.
And puts Graham to his back.
Correction, he's going to get 3 on the near fall there. So a quick 5 on the board for Aidan Kerr to take the lead on Cameron Graham.
Looks like Keegan Brown still riding him hard. Gets a 2 takedown. So he'll stick a half in.
Trying to work behind there.
Sucking back, puts him in the whip over.
Got the hips on the chest.
Right at the period's end. It'll be 3 for Keegan Brown on the near fall.
That'll up his lead 13-3 for Keegan Brown. Headed into the 3rd period. The action over on mat 2. A reversal there for Aidan Kerr.
And it'll bump up his lead 7-4.
And it looks like Brown is going to get the escape out of the return action before they head out of bounds. 14-3 now, Brown leading Highland.
Brown getting closer and closer to that technical fall. So give up a takedown.
A little bit sloppy on the attack there. Went down for that right leg, but kind of left his head down and a little slow in the attack.
Yeah. You see a lot of these guys in the third period, you know, fatigue kind of sets in. They get tired. As Aidan Kerr here on mat 2 will add another 2 as he puts Graham to his back. So it'll be 9-6.
A lot of back and forth action here. A series of reversals. And that's going to end period 2 there with Kerr picking up 3 on the near fall, upping his score 12-6 on East Buchanan's Cameron Graham.
With about a minute left here in the third on mat 1, Brown will get the escape. Bump up his lead to 15-5.
Both refs kind of feeling each other out now at this point. 30 seconds to go in the third period between Brown and Highland. Highland on the throw there, the roll through. Gets to Brown in a tough position. Get 3 on the near fall, but we've got blood time here again for Brown. Brown slipped up there and saved by the blood time.
Yeah. You know, and that can happen, and it's, you know, you can't really argue about it. You know, we don't want these guys wrestling with blood all over their face, but that was a very bad position for Brown to be in with a lead like this, and now he's only up by 5 with 20 seconds left. He's got to stay off his back. So he will let Brown, I guess they'll go out of bounds.
And a stick there for Aidan Kerr over East Buchanan's Cameron Graham.
And as Jack Highland will let Brown up intentionally with about 15 seconds left as the period winds down. Brown will get the decision 16-10. She'll add 3 to the Warriors' lead, which will put them up 60-5.
Tough wrestling there for Brown against Bellevue's Jack Highland. Highland was able to battle back there and fended off the bonus point victory there. You know, Brown was in a position looking at major decision, possibly even tech fall. But Brown kind of slipped up, and Highland definitely took advantage of those mistakes.
Yeah, and those little mistakes, you know, that little trip getting sent to your back for that 5-point move is what kind of got him back in this match as Brown continued to tire out towards the end of the match.
Up next on mat number 1, we will have Wapsie Valley's Derek Hilsenbeck taking on Bellevue's Ryder Michaels at 220 pounds.
And in high school, you're allowed to bump up max 2 weights. So Hilsenbeck is actually coming from 182 up to 220. He will wrestle over the freshman Andrew Mathias. So he will give up an early takedown here.
Michael's got that quick 2, working the ankle and working his way up as he tries to work a half on Hilsenbeck. Chase Foltz over in the attack for East Buchanan as he takes on North Fayette Valley's Aidan Burrows. What was a 7-3 Burrows lead quickly turned into a 7-7 tie.
Hilsenbach will get an escape. Over here on mat 1.
Final seconds will take away here over in period number 1 on mat 1. With Ryder Michaels of Bellevue holding a 2-1 lead on Wapsie Valley's Derek Hilsenbach.
On mat 2, we're still tied with Aidan Burrow and Chase Foltz. As that tie will be no more, as Chase Foltz will get in a reversal. Actually, sorry, correction, a takedown.
Michael's trying to work over the top there. Hilsenbach works his way through for a reversal. Back into the top position. Hilsenbach, his first lead of the match, 3-2.
He's going to, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
And he's going to have to really work the size difference. It's a very big disadvantage for him bumping up 2 weights. So he's going to have to really be hard on top and ride him out for these periods.
We got blood time on mat 2. Burrows heads over to the trainer. With Chase Foltz holding a 12-7 lead. 1:08 to go in period number 2, 160 pounds.
And Burrow had some opportunities to get some points. He just kind of slipped up. He went from 7-3 to 7-7, and that's still manageable. Then he got flipped to his back again off the reversal for an extra 3, and that put him down 12-7.
Hilsenbach out there working the top position, up 3-2 in period number 2 on Ryder Michaels as they work near the edge.
It looks like you can see Michaels get a stall warning here.
Action going out of the ring there. Going to bring it back to center. 22 seconds to go in the period. Escape. Burrows is able to get an escape there, but a takedown again for Chase Foltz, who's out to a 14-8 lead at the end of the second period.
As Burrows will choose neutral to start the third.
And before the period ends there, it's going to be a reversal for Michaels. Wapsie Valley assistant coach Brian Kral not a fan of that one. He's going to talk to the official there. Seeming to think that the period ran out before he was able to get position on that, but doesn't look like he's going to win that argument.
Nope, and Michaels will go down, which I think that third period choice is a big advantage for him. If he can get an escape here, go up by 2, that's going to force Hilsenbach to have to take a shot that maybe he doesn't want to take. And for Hilsenbach not being up to par with the size for this weight class, he's doing a really good job. He's wrestled his match, in my opinion. If he can keep him down here, as he'll give up a reversal, which will put Michaels up 6-3.
About 1 minute to go here in this third period between Hilsenbeck and Michaels. Michaels the 6-3 lead. May hear the chorus of
He's trying to keep
Young
it in
Warriors.
bounds. As Michaels getting armbar in.
Some more action over on Mat 2 as Burrows able to creep back a little bit. Chase Foltz holding an 18-3 lead. Just 18 seconds to go in that one.
And a lot of these matches with East Buchanan, they ride hard. And they're going to ride hard. And a lot of these close matches, they were riding out the last period. I think that's what helps them in these matches is they were riding out the third period, the second period, getting important.
Hilsenbeck gets the roll through and the takedown. 30 seconds to go. Can he make the turn here and try to get some near fall points? Take the lead.
He's down one. Everyone, he's got to let him go. He's got to let him go.
Yeah, get up and let him go for the escape. Try to go for a late takedown, or he's got to go for a turn here. 13 seconds to go. He's locked in.
There's not much time for there's not much time for an escape. He's got to get a turn here, flip him to his back somehow.
He's not finding much room, working from back there. And that's going to do it. Time runs out on him as Ryder Michaels is going to hold on for a 6-5 decision on Wapsie Valley's Derek Hilsenbeck at 220 pounds.
And I think if you're Wapsie right now, that's a win. I think, you're moving a guy up. You didn't give up the extra bonus points, not like it would have mattered. But it was a good thing for them not to give up those extra bonus points.
And Cole Otto, the Warriors senior, getting his first varsity match in, receives the forfeit win. And that's going to wrap up the action in this duel between Wapsie Valley and Bellevue. Wapsie Valley will win the duel 66-8 over the Comets.
And it was a good duel. I think the problem was for Bellevue coming into this, and I think they got the exact result. They thought they were going to get a lot of open matches, and those open matches really aren't too nice because they're 6 points, and you really have to make those back. So I think that just got them in an early hole they dug themselves into, and they just couldn't win the matches they needed to win.
Over on mat number 2 now, we have North Fayette Valley's Michael Baumler taking on East Buchanan's Clay Wilgin. Wilgin out to a 4-0 lead, and an escape there for Baumler, make it 4-1, and another takedown there for Wilgin.
And Wilgan will take a 6-1 lead. He'll get a Turk in, trying to get him over to his back.
As you're watching the action over there on mat 2 between Baumler and Wilgan, do a quick recap of the Warriors and Comets duel. Duel started out at 106 pounds. Wapsie Valley's Delaney Youngblood taking the forfeit win, as did Brody Kleitch at 113 pounds. 120 pounds, Dawson Schmidt, the fall of Aidan Harms in 145. 126, Caden Decker for the Warriors received a forfeit, and teammate Gavin Leistico the same at 132. 138 pounds, Bellevue picked up their first win with a Jake Highland tech fall over Dallas Tissue in 5:57, 18-1. 145 pounds and 152 pounds. Forfeit victories for the Warriors, Aidan Shannon and Drew Lansing. 160, Jonah Frost, a 13-8 decision for the Warriors over Bellevue's Jayden Keene. 170, Chase Ackerman, a fall in 51 seconds of Bellevue's Kempton Sycamore. 182, Cannon Jaeger received a forfeit win. 195, Wapsie Valley's Keegan Brown, a decision 16-10 over Bellevue's Jack Highland. 220, Ryder Michaels of Bellevue, a 6-5 decision of Derek Hilsenbeck. And 285, Wapsie Valley senior Cole Otto, the forfeit win.
As we'll see Clay Wilgan get the fall. And I think of that Wapsie duel, the wrestler that kind of stood out to me the most was probably Dawson Schmidt. You know, with that tech fall, he just played around with.
Schmidt able to pick up the fall there in 145 against Aidan Harms. I would say for me, sticking out in that one, Chase Ackerman, the Warrior freshman, he wasted no time. A fall in 51 seconds over Kempton Sycamore of Bellevue. But a lot of good showings there for Wapsie Valley. One thing going forward, I would say, lost a few opportunities there for some bonus points. We're riding that line, sitting about 9, 10-point leads. Just got a little tired as the match went on. We were able to lose them. What else did you see in that match, Zach?
I think Jonah Frost, he did a really good job with his match. He did have some opportunities for some bonus points that he did lose, but I think that was good for them. And then Derek Hilsenbach, I thought he did really well with wrestling up to 220. He did really well for what I thought he was going to do coming up to that weight. You know, you don't see that a lot, but I think he did a really good job keeping that match close with Ryder Michaels.
And our duel between the Tiger Hawks and Buccaneers going the way of North Fayette Valley by the score of 41-36. Zach, you want to recap the duel there between North Fayette Valley and East Buchanan?
So to start it off, at 106, Jayden Payton of East Buchanan got the fall over Cade Meyer of North Fayette Valley in 51 seconds. At 113, Brody Schubach of North Fayette Valley got a forfeit. At 120, Tate German of North Fayette Valley over Sam Cook of East Buchanan with the fall in 5 minutes and 16 seconds. At 126, Nick Koch of North Fayette Valley got a forfeit. At 132, Logan Bohm over Colton Torres of East Buchanan with a technical fall in 5 minutes and 34 seconds. In 138, Braden Ellis of North Fayette Valley got a forfeit. As at 145, Tanner Therm of East Buchanan over Jesse Grimes of North Fayette Valley in sudden victory, a 3-1 win. At 152, Caden Kerr over Cameron Graham of East Buchanan with a fall in 5 minutes and 24 seconds. At 160, Chase Foltz of East Buchanan was over Aidan Borrow of North Fayette Valley with an 18-13 decision. At 170, Carter Wigenbush got a forfeit. At 182, Clay Wigenbush over Michael Baumler with a fall in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. At 195, Nick Starr of East Buchanan got a forfeit. At 220, Owen Recker of East Buchanan got a forfeit, correction. And at 285, Colton Schubach of North Fayette Valley got a forfeit.
And you see coming out onto the mats now, Wapsie beginning their youth wrestling recognition night. All their youth wrestlers on up. Zach, you know, this one a little close to you. You just coming out of that program, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's a feeling like being able to walk out here in front of all these fans is the best thing ever as a 5th grader, 4th grader, as a young kid. As a young kid, you dream of wrestling here for high school wrestling, and it's just something that's amazing.
These boys a round of applause. We won't take much tonight. I just want to let everybody know we got just a little over 70 kids out this year in our youth, which is K through 8th grade. If you get an opportunity this weekend, we have our Carson Grade Memorial Tournament. Starts on Sunday. First group starts wrestling at 11 o'clock. That's the K through 4th grade divisions. And then the 5th through 8th grade starts at 2 o'clock. If you're unable to make it this Sunday for those matches, we will be up at North Fayette Valley at the end of the month in a dual tournament. And then we'll be back here again in February 13th for our home dual tournament. I'm going to hand the mic off here. We're going to have some coaches talk about each group. We have 3 different groups. The gold group, which is 3rd through 8th grade. The black group, which is 1st and 2nd. And then the 101, which is pre-K and K. So for the gold group, let's give it up for Coach Kleitsch.
Alright, so this year our gold group consisted of 3rd through 8th grade. So 3rd through 8th, let's step forward. Okay, so we've got a lot smaller room than what we're used to in this group, and to be honest, a lot less experience than we're used to. But that doesn't change anything on how they come out and practice. We got a good group of kids that comes out and practices hard every night. We've got a handful that are hitting tournaments pretty hard now, and we've got some that are just getting into it and getting going. But almost all these kids will be out here on Sunday wrestling, and like I said, it's a small group, but it's a good group to have in the room twice a week. So give a hand. All right, that gold group, step back there for me. All right, I'm Coach Murphy, and I was helping out with the black group. So if you come in and practice with Coach Kleitsch and myself, why don't you guys step forward all the way up to the gym floor. There you go. This is our black group that consists of all 1st and 2nd graders. These 1st and 2nd graders have been coming in, working hard every night. They've been busting their tails and having a lot of fun. Yeah, every day is an adventure for us in this black group. Trying to keep the attention span of 1st and 2nd graders for an hour and a half is always a challenge. So, but we've had a good group so far. We're hoping that these guys are wrestling this weekend, and we enjoy it, and they've enjoyed their time with us. So, give these guys a round of applause. And I'll turn it over to Coach Jesse here with the 101 group.
All right, 101 group, please step forward. 101 kids, go ahead and step forward. So we've got most of them here tonight. We're short a few kids, but so myself and Coach Adams are usually in there helping run that group. But I do want to say thank you to the parents. There's a lot of parents that come out and help as well. This group, they are once a week. They're practicing for about 45 minutes. They have a lot of energy. They're really excited. And they've actually done a really good job paying attention and picking up a lot of the skill sets that we've been putting out there. So I've really been impressed, and then we do owe a lot to the parents that are helping down the room to help each group. We've got at least one adult, whether it's a coach or a parent, that's helping out with each group of 2 kids. So that really helped keep the kids focused. They're learning a lot through that. And so we're, like I said, a lot of them probably be wrestling this weekend at Carson and Green tournament as well. But we're looking forward to a lot of them coming back, just keep them excited and love the sport. All right, thanks guys.
All right, before our next duel, we're going to break it down for you guys. Boys, bring it in.
And that was our youth wrestling recognition night, recognizing our youth wrestling program, the black team, the 101s, and the gold teams. And some of our coaches there, TJ Murphy, Dustin Destival, Johnny Kleitsch, Rhino Cox, Aaron Destival, and Danny Adams, so many more, so many dads that, step in and help their time, help grow this Wapsie Valley wrestling program. And we thank all of them for their time and all they do for our young student athletes. And we will look ahead to our upcoming duels. See coming onto your screen. We finished up round number 1 there. And Heading into round 2, Wapsie Valley will be taking on North Fayette Valley over on mat number 1, the right side of your screen. And Bellevue will be taking on East Buchanan on mat number 1. We
And for Bellevue, Ryan Dunn.
get ready to transition out. We have a girls match out on the mat right now between Bellevue and North Fayette Valley. We'll get the names for you here in a second as soon as track wrestling loads. For Bellevue, we'd assume it's 145-pounder Ryan Dunn.
And for North Fayette Valley, it will be Leslie Graves. Is my sound on? I can't.
We have a blood time on the mat. All right, so Zach, we're 1 round in, going into round 2. What are you looking forward here in these next duels? Is Bellevue takes on North Fayette Valley, and over here, getting started soon, will be Wapsie Valley and North Fayette Valley. Or correction, we'll have East Buchanan and Bellevue will be coming up on mat 2, and Wapsie Valley and North Fayette Valley.
I think for Wapsie and North Fayette Valley, it's going to be a very entertaining duel. You're going to see a lot of matches. It's not going to be like the last duel where Bellevue had a lot of open matches. And then for East Buchanan and Bellevue, you're going to see some matches. It's kind of going to be like the Wapsie meet, just there's going to be less, I guess you call it less actual matches. There's going to be less open matches where we'll have a ton of forfeits. East Buchanan coming in here with a pretty full lineup besides 4 weights, which they'll have probably like 4 open matches there. But it's going to be very entertaining, and I'm excited for the Wapsie Valley North Fayette Valley duel.
Which should very much be an interesting one, but also a couple matches against East Buchanan coming up. They'll be interesting. Saw some tough matches there. Tanner Therm put up a fight there as it Chase Foltz at 160 pounds. And then the one all the Buccaneer fans will be excited to see will be Cody Fox taking the mat. He didn't get his chance to wrestle there at 285 pounds. They took the forfeit. But that'll be coming up later in the third and final duel of the night.
As we see a 5-2 lead here for Leslie Graves over Ryan Dunn here on mat 2. As Dunn will be put to her back. And Graves will get the 2 near fall. That is now a 7-2 lead for Graves. As Dunn will be put to her back again. Graves looking for the fall. And she will get it.
in 3 minutes and 15 seconds for North Fayette Valley's Leslie Graves.
We're going to get ready to start the second duels. First, I'd like a couple things we missed here. We got Mr. Zach Babers up in the up top there announcing. He's a 7th grader. He's also a part. Everybody give him a hand. He's taking it on the air, right, Zach? Good job tonight, bud. And Mr. Murphy. And
Little shout out to the gym for you there, Zach.
I know, it's exciting. It's fun being here, listening to all these fans.
Letting them have the time to spend with the youth.
Like I say, this is Zach's first time in the air. I think so far you're doing a pretty good job, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue what it's sounding like to you guys out there, but up here in the booth, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely have a lot of fun up here with you. Hope we'll get you up here a little more as time goes on, and still got the rest of the night. We still got 2 more rounds of duels here. Let's see how the rest of the night goes.
And it looks like the Wapsie Valley Youth Wrestlers will be giving the good old tunnel to the high schoolers.
All right, everybody, let's get up one more time and recognize these Wapsie Valley Warriors!
The Warriors running through the youth tunnel there, coming out onto the mat. Getting ready for round 2 of duels. Wapsie Valley will be taking on North Fayette Valley. All right, Zach, as we head into this next one, what are some matches you're looking forward to, wrestlers you're looking out for in this duel between Wapsie Valley and East Buchanan, or even the duel over Wapsie Valley, North Fayette Valley, or the duel between Bellevue and East Buchanan?
I think the obvious one here for Wapsie Valley is going to be the Dawson Schmidt match. I mean, everyone should be looking forward to that match. He's a very exciting wrestler, and he's a very good wrestler at that. He can score a lot of points in the snap of a finger. Another one I'm looking forward to is definitely the Chase Ackerman match at 170. Unfortunately, that one is going to be open for the Tiger Hawks, so we won't get to see him wrestle. But and then over here for the East Buchanan duel, I'm definitely excited to see Cody Fox come out here, and he'll get. Unfortunately, we probably won't see him against Bellevue tonight. But it will be exciting to see him go up against Colorado in the 3rd round of this duel, this quad duel. I think the Wilgan Bushes, are very good, talented wrestlers. And I think we're going to have some really fun wrestling with these 2 next duels with some very good teams.
Wrestling at 120 for East Buchanan. Sam Cook will receive a forfeit.
Sam Cook over on mat number 2 for East Buchanan will receive a forfeit win at 113 pounds.
And I'm surprised they didn't send Steinbeck out there to wrestle him, but I think that's a coach's decision, so
For the comments, Aidan Harms.
we'll jump right into 126, which will be Aidan Harms versus Colton Torres.
We will have one JV match for the North Fayette Tigers, Dylan Sparrow, and Courier Warriors, Austin Hesse.
Well, JV match coming up here. Austin Hesse for Wapsie Valley will be taking the mat against North Fayette Valley's Dylan Spargrove, the first JV match of the night for the Warriors.
And Hesse is a very high-energy wrestler. He's a very guy that's going to come at you right away. He's going to come at you with a lot of energy. He's just going to want to go out there and scrap with you. So I think that'll be a very exciting match for him. And over here on mat 2, we already got a 2-0 lead for Torres as he gets an early takedown with about 1 minute to go here in the first period.
Spargrove out on the attack, gets the takedown in 2 on Austin Hesse in his JV 113-pound match. Spargrove trying to work over the top there, trying to get the turn on Hesse. Had 1 count, but not enough to get a score there. Hesse back up to his feet. Spargrove, they return to the mat.
And over here on mat 2, we almost saw Cradle get locked up there, but as the period will wind down, it'll end with a 2-0 lead for Colton Torres. As Aidan Harms will defer the decision. Steinbeck will choose top. And I think, we've seen a lot, and I've said it tonight. These East Buchanan wrestlers, they will ride you hard. They're going to look for bonus points. They're going to look for falls when they're on top. They're very, very, very physical. So I think that's going to be a big advantage for them coming into this duel. As Torres looks to get a half in.
Heading into period number 2 on mat 1. Spargrove still the 2-0 lead on Austin Hesse. Hesse in the top position, working. For a mat return. Lost position there. And it could be an escape for Spargrove. Before they head out of bounds. 3-0 Spargrove leads. 1:40 to go in this second period.
Torres here on mat 2 put Harms to his back there in a little kind of cradle combination there. As we'll see blood time here, but Torres is up to a 5-0 lead with 54 seconds here in the second period. As we see another takedown here over on mat 1 is Hesse is getting put to his back in a half. And
a pin for Spargrove over Austin Hesse, coming in 2 minutes and 51 seconds in that JV 113-pound match. I believe that's going to be our only JV match.
And over here on mat 2, Torres still with the 5-0 lead as we will start back up action. Here with about 50 seconds left in the second period. And now we'll see the first match of this duel here on mat 1 between the sophomore Brody Kleitch and the freshman Cade Meyer. With about 30 seconds left here on mat 2.
Some of you maybe seeing Brody out there aren't familiar with this story. Brody was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, bone cancer in his leg, and a couple years ago had it amputated. But strong kid, a fighter, battled it and beat it, and really isn't going to let anything stop him. Plays football, he wrestles, runs track.
Does a lot of basketball, too. He's done some basketball.
Strong farm kid. Fight like a farmer. Many of you saw that. That was for Brody. And tough kid. Just battles his way and is a wrestling in a varsity spot as a sophomore here.
And this Wapsie community has really backed him up. You know, they raised a lot of money for him to get. They raised a lot of money for him to help him with his, his cancer, his amputation. They've done a lot of fundraisers. You know, this Wapsie community has really backed him up with his help to fight cancer. As Brody gets a cradle in, which will give him 3 more points as he will jump out to a 6-0 lead. And over here on mat 1, Torres will get the fall over Aidan Harms.
And a fall for Brody Clyde. In 1 minute. And clear the score there.
12 seconds.
12 seconds. Sorry, brain kind of crapped out there. Excuse the language there.
For your Warriors, Dawson Schmidt.
And this is the match I'm ready for.
Come out 120 pounds. Wapsie Valley. Excuse me. Dawson Schmidt taking the mat. His opponent from North Fayette Valley.
He will be taking.
Tate German.
And Dawson just got in the underhook there as he is fighting for these shots. Gets a single leg.
145 for the Buccaneers, Therm.
And
For the comments,
as he will get taken down right away. So Tate German out to a 2-0 lead. So he will let Dawson Schmidt up. But this is going to be an exciting match. You know, Dawson Schmidt is a really good technician. He can get shots off and he can execute them very well, and he's really good at scoring points fast. And as he's really good, he's really comfortable in a lot of positions. So I think that's going to help him out a lot in this match here. And over on mat 2, we will have Tanner Therm at 145 taking on Jake Highland. Therm out to an early 2-0 lead.
Schmidt and German working there. Both kind of scrambling around and going out of bounds. A 2-1 German lead, 30 seconds to go in period number 1.
Schmidt is really comfortable in a lot of positions. You saw as they were scrambling here, he looked like he was calm, cool, and collected, which kind of helped him throughout that scramble not to give up any points. There he goes. He gets a shot and puts him right to his back. That should be 2. And as time runs out,
Schmidt was just able to get the takedown in there before the period ran out. His action ran over to the side of the mat.
looks like North Fayette Valley's not very happy with that.
Going to have an objection to the call there, or at least a discussion about the call. Whatever it was, pretty quick discussion there, and score's going to hold up. Dawson Schmidt, a 3-2 lead on Tate German at the end of 1, heading to period number 2. Schmidt defers the choice. German choosing neutral to start the period.
Over here on mat 2, Therm still holding on to that 2-0 lead heading into the second period, as Sturm will go down here on Jake Highland.
Spark German working over the top there.
And if this takes a little bit too long, you might see a stalemate here.
Pretty common out of this position.
So turn into him, and there's two. And like I said, he's very calm in that position. You know, not worrying about if there's going to be a stalemate. He's focusing on what he's got to do, and that's why he gets that takedown there.
Schmidt trying to work on the cradle there. Rolling through.
There he goes.
Gets him.
Gets that little Steiner tilt there.
Got a 2 count there.
Probably go out of bounds here. So he'll get the 2.
Extends his lead 7-2 on North Fayette Valley's Tate German. 52 seconds to go in period number 2. Over on mat 2, East Buchanan's Tanner Therm, a 3-0 lead on Bellevue's Jake Highland in the 145-pound match.
It looks like we saw some scrapping there. Ref stopped it.
And it should be a penalty point on Therm for the slap to the head. So 3-1, Therm leading Highland.
With about 20 seconds here on mat 1, Schmidt still leading 7-2. I think Schmidt with those takedowns and that, you know, he got him turned there for the 2. That was very important to give himself this lead as they get a cradle. The roll through. No time left. He still got the hold. So we'll be an escape.
Gets the escape, but no takedown there, or no reversal there.
It's kind of a complicated situation there, you know, with the cradle being rolled through. It's a very tough decision for those refs to make. Is it a reversal? Did he still have the hold in? I think he made the right call there with that. Just an escape, giving him the point.
So 7-3, now 8-3. Dawson Schmidt leads Tate German here in this third period of our 120-pound match. Schmidt out on the single leg. Gets 2 for the takedown.
And we'll see another penalty here on Therm for getting a mat return outside when they were already out of bounds.
Schmidt locking up the cradle, getting a near fall count here.
He's going to look for the fall.
German trying to work his way out of it. So far able to keep that right shoulder up. Schmidt's got the 3 if he goes back to the top position there, but he's still working for the turn.
Oh my gosh. There you go. So he'll get he's still got that cradle in. He's really working in this position here. He'll get the half in. Put him to his back. He's still looking for that fall there. So get it worked over, and he will get the fall. So Dawson Schmidt gets the fall over Tate German, which will extend Wapsie's lead 12-0.
They've been coming in 5 minutes, 33 seconds for Wapsie Valley's Dawson Schmidt over Tate German.
And over here on mat 2, Therm with a 3-2 lead with about 50 seconds left in this match.
And next up on mat 1 for Wapsie Valley, it will be 126-pounder Kanan Decker. He will be taking on Nick Cook of North Fayette Valley. It'll be Decker's first match of the night after receiving a forfeit in the Bellevue duel. Cook with the single leg early on here as Decker tries to fight it off as they head back to the mat.
He's got that whizzer in as he lets it go, so it'll be 2 for Cook. as he'll put a leg right in. .20 left here on mat 2. Still 3-2 Therm. As he'll get the escape with about 12 seconds left. Highland needs a takedown, but no stall warning on Therm, so he probably won't get the point here. No 2, they went out of bounds as time will expire. So Tanner Therm gets the 4-2 win over Jake Highland. Which, I mean, Therm right away, he got out to a good lead. And he got out 3-0. Then he had a couple penalties, you know, with the slap to the head and the slam when they were out of bounds, which put this match back into a little bit of a closer, tight spot, which you really don't want to be in. So I mean, he won the match, so that was the good part of that, but you really don't want to do that to yourself when you're in that close of a match.
4 seconds to go in period number 1. Time's going to roll away.
For your comments, Jayden, Keene.
And 2 near fall on the board there. Extends the lead 4-0 for Nick Cook over Wapsie Valley's Keene Decker.
And on mat 2, we will see
So Jayden Keene for Bellevue taking on Chase Foltz of East Buchanan.
And East Buchanan's out to a 21-0 lead here over Bellevue. And I mean, this is going to be an important match for Bellevue if they want to keep this close with all the open spots they have. But, you know, East Buchanan with some of those open spots, they have a chance. So I think if they could wrestle their matches and win these matches, they have a shot. We had a little headgear problem here on mat 1. We'll get back to action here. It's 4-0 Cook over Decker. Decker tries to get in the whizzer. So grab that leg. Cook trying to get the 2 takedown as he'll get around the side. Still got the hips there. Decker's looking for a stalemate as he'll sprawl out of it.
Under a minute to go in this 126-pound match between Wapsie Valley's Keene Decker and North Fayette Valley's Nick Cook. Cook with the 4-0 lead.
And on mat 2, Chase Foltz just got the cradle in as he still looks to try to turn Keene to his back. So get some extra near falls, looking for the fall, and he gets it with about 6 seconds left in the first period.
So we fall in 1 minute, 54 seconds for Chase Foltz of East Buchanan over Bellevue's Jayden Keene.
And that will extend East Buchanan's lead to 27-0 over Bellevue. If Caden can get this, Decker can get this takedown here, it'll be important, but it doesn't look like it will. Oh, he gets the 2 with a second left. I don't think that's going to go very well with Mr. Adams.
Warrior coach Danny Adams not happy with that one. As he goes over to the head table to talk to the official, as does North Fayette Valley's coach.
I think they're looking to see if time was out before the ref awarded the 2. I honestly didn't catch it, so I don't have a say in it, but it looks like they're talking over there. And this is important, you know, with what's going on with the scores in the match right now. This 2 would be a very important 2, as they're still conversating. But over here on mat 2, Derek Lindsay looking to get the fall with a half in. He'll get the 3, and it'll be intentionally dangerous.
So the wrestlers get set back up there as Derek Lindsay readjusts his headgear.
He will take a 5-1 lead over Sycamore of Bellevue.
And we got blood time on mat 1 for Nick Cook.
As Mr. Adams, Danny Adams, does not look very happy with the way that turned out for his wrestler, but in the end, it's still going to be they are going to award him the 2 with the cradle being locked up. So it is a 6-0 lead for Nick Cook over Kanan Decker. And it looks like Derek Lindsay picked up the fall with about 39 seconds left in the first. So it will be a fall for Derek Lindsay in 1 minute and 21 seconds. So we'll see Cale Wiggenbush get a forfeit. And over on mat 1, Decker gets 2 near fall and the takedown, but we do have a blood time.
Wrestling at 195 for the Buccaneers, Clay Wilgin. For your comments,
And you see,
Highland.
it's now kind of showing back up. If they didn't give him that 2 for the cradle,
Hold on, sir.
you know, we would be a tie match with a minute to go in the third. Now with that cradle locked up and Cook being awarded the 2, he now is either going to have to let him up or get some near fall points of any kind here. And if you're Caden Decker, you try to go for some near fall points as he is. Doesn't get the cradle though.
He rolls through there.
He's trying to get that power half in. Cook is just not letting anything happen.
And Decker loses it there, and a reversal for Cook.
He's trying to stay off his back here. You don't want to give up this pin, as it will not be a fall.
But a takedown, a reversal, and
3 near
3
fall.
on the near fall there for Nick Cook as he takes the decision win.
I think that's very important here because if he would have got that measure, you know, that's an extra bonus point on the board. So I think he did the right thing there, even though, you know, you want to win the match for if you were Kaden Decker. But I think it ended up okay for them not giving up a fall and that 6 points going on the board, splitting this lead in half.
On to 132 pounds on mat number 1. Wapsie Valley's Gavin Lystico. He will be taking on Logan Bohm of North Fayette Valley. A quick 2 on the takedown there for Lystico. Saw this last week from him in a few matches already this year. Lystico wrestles at pretty much one speed, and that is full throttle.
Always full throttle. He's always on the gas. He's always scoring points. He's always moving, always high energy.
Bohm's going to get the escape there, go back to neutral. 2-1 advantage for the Warriors.
And over here on mat 2, we still have the same 2-1 lead here for Wilgan Bush of East Buchanan over Highland of Bellevue. And I think as I'm looking over here at the sidelines, they might wrestle.
Let's go on the single leg.
So
And he's going to get the takedown there at the edge of the mat.
They'll go out of bounds.
A 4-1 Lysico advantage.
I think they might wrestle Ryder Michaels up at 285 because as it looks, East Buchanan is open at 220. And we might get to see Cody Fox at 285 if they do wrestle up Michaels at heavyweight. And it looks like he has kind of like a spladle there for Lysico. So he'll get the...
Lysico still working on the turn there.
As he gets him to his back, it looks like that's a fall. Might get a fall here, and he will get the fall.
A pin for the Warriors senior Gavin Lysico in 1 minute 45 seconds over Logan Bohm of North Fayette Valley. Gonna bump the Warrior team score up to 18 to the Tiger Hawks 3.
Wrestling at 138 for the Tiger Hawks, Braden Ellis.
So we'll see Braden Ellis, the senior, wrestling Dallas Tissue, the freshman. Here on mat 1.
Tissue, a bit of a tough match out his first time tonight. See what slipped up and was tech fall by Bellevue's Jake Highland. But so you know, Dallas has a little motivation coming into this one, trying to get back on the right note.
Looks like he'll give up an early takedown. Over here on mat 2, we have a takedown with 4 seconds left to put Highland up on Wilgan Bush as we head into the third period on mat 2.
Ellis pushing the action on Tissue out to a quick 2-0 lead. A scramble situation there and a reversal for Clay Wilgenbush, tying the score 4-4 on mat 2.
As
Ellis getting Tissue into the cradle.
Tissue trying to roll out of it. Puts his knee in the side there. And he will get the fall. So Brandon Ellis will get the fall, which will push the Tiger Hawks deficit to only 9 now with that fall of Brandon Ellis to Dallas Tissue.
Wrestling at 145 for the Tiger
And we'll see Aidan Shannon at 145 for the first time.
He will be taking on North Fayette Valley's Jesse Grimes. Grimes coming out in a flurry, pushing the action. Shannon back on his heels.
And Shannon is one, too, that is going to push it full throttle. He's a very high-energy guy. In that neutral position, he can get takedowns really fast.
Action goes out of bounds. Going to bring it back to center. Wilgenbush and Highland working near the edge of the map. Wilgenbush is going to get a stall warning.
With 30 seconds left, you might see another one if Wilgenbush doesn't get some action here.
He's going to have to be careful. Another stall warning here. It'd be a point and tie this one up. 1 minute in between Shannon and Grimes, still scoreless. Both wrestlers trying to work the head, try to find some position there.
It looks like Wilgin will win this one, as he will with a 6-5 decision. We're still 0-0 here for Shannon and Shannon and Grimes here on mat 1.
220, Buccaneers, Owen Recker will receive the forfeit.
Looks like we just might get that matchup between Ryder Michaels of Bellevue and possibly, let's see who East Buchanan sends to the table here.
It looks like they won't send Cody Fox. So unfortunately we won't see Cody Fox wrestle in this duel, as the final score over here with East Buchanan and Bellevue will end 48.
Shannon in on the attack there.
Gets the 2.
Got the waist, just has to get around. Grimes trying to break Shannon, the mat return. Shan doing a good job riding out this period so far, over a minute in.
Shannon with a hard ride, trying to get a cradle locked up here. You might see a stall warning here for Jesse Grimes on bottom as they go out of bounds.
Grimes looking, trying to get some blood time there, but doesn't look like he's going to get it. Let's go back to center. Grimes trying to spin out to the right. Shannon a lock on that right leg.
Well, right to his back, Shannon. That could have been really bad there for Shannon if he didn't roll through right at the end there. If he can get out here in this 5 seconds, it won't look like it'll happen.
So Grimes will take a 2-0 lead over Shannon into the third period in this 145-pound match.
Looks like we'll have some blood time here.
Well, we got a second here. Let's give a recap of what happened in the duel between East Buchanan and Bellevue.
So to start off at 106, Jayden Payton of East Buchanan got a forfeit. And then at 113, both teams were open, so we had no match there. And then at 120, Sam Cook of East Buchanan got a forfeit. At 126, Colton Torres of East Buchanan got a fall in 4 minutes and 27 seconds over Aidan Harms. At 132 and 138, no matches, both open. At 145, we had Tanner Therm of East Buchanan over Jake Highland of Bellevue, a decision 4-2. At 152, Cameron Graham of East Buchanan got a forfeit. At 160, Chase Foltz of East Buchanan got a fall in 1 minute and 55 seconds over Jayden Keene of Bellevue. At 170, Derek Lindsay of East Buchanan got a fall in 1 minute and 21 seconds over Kempton Sycamore.
And
of
an escape
Bellevue.
there for Shannon, making the score 2-1 Grimes.
At 182, Carter Wilgenbush got a forfeit. At 195, Clay Wilgenbush got a decision 6-5 over Jake Highland of Bellevue. At 220, Owen Recker of East Buchanan got a forfeit. And at 285, Ryder Michaels got a forfeit from Bellevue. So your final score of East Buchanan to Bellevue is 54-6 East Buchanan.
One minute to go in this third period. Shannon attack, trying to get that single leg locked up as they reach the edge of the mat. Grimes a good job fighting it off.
Aidan Shannon's got to get the shot in here. He's in short time here as he keeps the
Needs to
leg.
be careful.
And that will be 2 for Grimes.
Grimes the 4-1 lead on Shannon. 30 seconds to go.
I think Shannon, that weight just on top of him kind of gave a toll on his arm until he just couldn't hang on anymore, and he got the 2. So Shannon gets out. He's got to get a takedown here in 12
10 seconds to go. Got to shoot.
Gets his shot off. Nothing going. Another shot as time will wind
So
down.
Grimes going to fight him off, and that's going to do it. Jesse Grimes with the 4-2 decision over Wapsie Valley's Aidan Shannon. We'll head to 152 pounds. Wapsie Valley holding an 18-12 dual score lead. Reporting in for Wapsie Valley, it will be freshman Drew Lansing taking on North Fayette Valley's Kenny Kerr.
Drew Lansing.
Drew Lansing gets an early takedown right away to start off this match as he will continue to ride hard here in the first 30 seconds. He looks to get a half in here. Nothing going though. Drew trying to get that arm bar in. Starting to work it around, gets the wrist. But he loses the chicken wing there and won't get anything. You might see a stall warning here. So at the end of the first period, it will still be 2-0. Drew Lansing. As Kerr will defer. Lansing will go down. start this second period.
Lansing trying to spin out of the bottom position there.
This looks like he will get under into like a little high crotch situation here. So run it over the top. We're going to come out the back door, and he does for the reversal.
And a reversal will tie it. Correction, give Lansing a 4-0 lead. Drew Lansing out of one of these Warrior freshmen that kind of filling out the lineup this year. A good group of strong kids that have battled a lot in the wrestling rooms through the years, through the youth wrestling program that we highlighted tonight, and all that hard work. They're finding their way in the lineup and getting their opportunities.
Yeah, and I think you'll see a lot of these freshmen turn into some really good wrestlers as they continue this varsity, as they continue their work through this varsity lineup. You see a lot of young kids, you see a lot of young freshmen, a lot of sophomores, some juniors, then we got one senior, Cole Otto. Actually, sorry, two seniors.
Yeah.
Cole Otto and Gavin Leistico. So I think next year, this lineup's going to look kind of the same. It's not going to change much with only two guys leaving, and we got backups for them as well once they leave with some freshmen and sophomore coming up.
15 seconds to go in period number 2 here. Drew Lansing a 4-0 lead on North Fayette Valley's Kenny Kerr.
And as time will wind down here in the second period, Drew Lansing will go into the third up 4-0 as Kerr will take the bottom position. Looks like we'll get a caution there on Lansing. Start back up here. Lansing has rode hard this entire match, and he looks to get an armbar in here. I think the way this duel is positioned, as we'll see an intentionally dangerous call here, I think the way this duel is going, bonus points are going to be very important for this Warriors team if they want to keep this lead. It's going to be very important for North Fayette Valley to win some matches here in the back half. And Lansing is a guy, he's going to ride hard. He's going to ride hard, and he's just going to wear you out. He's a guy that, he's going to get an early takedown, and he's just going to ride. He's okay. He's good in the top position, or he's great in the top position, good in the neutral position. He can get out really quick on bottom. As you'll see us another stall call, a escape here for Kerr with about 47 seconds left.
So a 4-1 Lansing lead on Kenny Kerr in this 152-pound match. Lynch trying to go in the attack as the head buried in the hip.
He looks like he's trying to get his arm out to get around his right hip, as we'll see a stalemate call. We'll go back to neutral.
26 seconds to go. Drew Lansing a 4-1 lead on North Fayette Valley's Kenny Kerr.
Lansing's just going to try to lock up and kind of just waste time here, get around, hopefully get another shot in. As he does, and he's just going to make Kerr just waste this valuable time here as we enter 10 seconds left in this match. We'll see a stalemate with about 4 seconds left. And that will do it.
A 4-1 decision for Wapsie Valley freshman Drew Lansing over North Fayette Valley's Kenny Kerr. Push the team score to 21-12 Wapsie Valley.
And we'll see Jonah Frost, the freshman, come out next versus Brandon Wander, the junior.
Jonah Frost, another freshman in the lineup for the Warriors. Very sound technique kid. He's been in talks with, as I've been in talks with Coach Adams and Coach Crawl a little bit. He's very sound. He's going to capitalize on your mistakes. He's going to try and do his best, let you make the mistakes and capitalize on them. Try to be the most sound wrestler he can be.
Yeah, and he's going to make you pay for every little, mistake you're going to make. If you, let's say, you let him get on, him get on your legs, that's a mistake you made. He's going to capitalize on it. He's going to take you down. I've watched him wrestle at the Battle in the Waterloo. He was very, very sound there. He wrestled very well over, in my opinion, some very good competition. And he won some good matches. And he's very good at scoring extra back points when he does have the opportunity. And he's a very good defensive wrestler and very good at getting out of tough positions.
Frost in one here as Wander has a lock on that right leg. There will be a stalemate call. Wrestlers go back to neutral at the center of the mat. "30 seconds to go in this first period between Frost and Wander.
And it looks like, Frost is looking for that whip over. He'll get it into a whizzer, and he'll get his 2. Well, that should be 2. There's 2.
There he gets his 2 as they head down to the mat. 8 seconds to go.
He gets in the half in to his
Got
back.
the turn. Trying not to get rolled back over.
As we'll stop time, did he get the 2 near fall? And he does.
Gets 2 on the near fall right before buzzer there. Actually going to be stopped for blood time with 1 second to go.
And I think that North Fayette Valley coach is not very happy with the 2 near fall there. I think he thought it was too quick of a count, especially with the blood time. But it doesn't look like that conversation will last long. So they will start the blood time clock. I'll cross it off here as we get back to action.
We'll come back to center as they get the mat cleaned back up. I'd like to give a shout out to Little Wapsie Communications for making this stream possible and some of their donations. So thank you to them as they get their business up and going in the areas of Reedland, Orrin, and Fairbank. And the first period now, going into period number 2, Jonah Frost a 4-0 lead on Brendan Wander of North Fayette Valley. Frost in the top position. Pushes Wander to the edge of the mat.
And Frost is also, from what I've seen him wrestle at different competitions, he's going to ride you hard. He's just like I think with a lot of these Wapsie wrestlers, they are going to ride you hard. You know, they ain't going to give up any easy points. You know, they're going to play you tough, and they're going to make you work for every point you get. We'll have a caution on Jonah Frost right as we start, as we'll see a reversal as well, so the lead will be cut from 4-2 now. As Jonah will be put into a cradle as he tries to fight out of this. It looks like he will get the 3. And
that 3 near fall there for Wander gives him the advantage, 5-4, 1:10 to go in period number 2. It's going to be stopped for potentially dangerous situation there. Head back to the middle. Frost looking for the stand-up off the start. Good return there by Brendan Wander of the Tiger Hawks.
About 40 seconds left here in the second period. Frost will get an escape, which ties the match back up at 5. And I think Frost is going to have to capitalize here and get this takedown.
Wander goes in on the shot.
As he still no points yet. Still no points. He's got the waist. Can he hold on to the leg? No points. Wow.
Interesting scramble situation there, but nothing coming of it. So we'll go tied into the third, 5-5, Frost and Wander.
And Frost gives the decision, and he'll go down, which I think is very important here, as long as he doesn't get put in his back. If he can get out and get an escape and hold on to this lead, that'll be a very important win for the Warriors heading into this back half. But Frost has got to get out here. So work back up to his base. Wander with that 2-on-1. Frost will work up. Working it back towards the center.
A stall warning called on Wander. As Frost gets the escape, 6-5. Frost hit on the shot.
He's got to get around his back, hit waist. Frost working on that shot. Wander showing some serious strength here. Frost got to get that leg around. If he can get the leg around, there he goes. If he can get his head out, that'll be 2. No points yet.
Well, yeah, Frost got to watch out.
Wait.
That's a takedown there for Wander. Back out to a 1-point lead, 7-6.
I'm surprised that was called a 2 because Frost had that leg in there, but it ended up. Frost has got to get out here. You could see a stall call here on Wander if he holds him too long.
A stall. That's going to be a point for Frost, tying it up 7-7. 30 seconds to go.
If he can get out here, you might see another stall here. Stall again.
Another stall. That's going to be another point for Frost. 2 actually for Frost, giving him a 9-7 advantage.
And there's the escape.
There's the escape. 3-point, 10-7 lead for Frost. 8 seconds to go.
As that will end the match. What an exciting match there for Jonah Frost, as he will get the 9-7 decision over Brandon Wander.
We talked about it. Frost, he capitalizes on mistakes, and those are some big mistakes there. Very late in the match, get a stall warning against Wander. Then he gets the 1 point penalty for the stall.
Which
Does
tied
it
it up.
does it again shortly after, 2 more, and that's your match right there.
And I think at that point, you got to let them out. I think at that point, you already have the stall warning. You're up by 1. You got to let them out. You don't want to let that get another stall call, and then you're down if you let them out.
And we just saw Chase Ackerman come out onto the mat, getting the forfeit win for the Warriors at 170 pounds. And at 182, Cannon Jaeger will receive a forfeit win for the Warriors. 195, Keegan Brown will head to the table for Wapsie Valley.
He'll get a forfeit as well.
Keegan Brown will receive a forfeit.
They will also, Wapsie Valley will get a forfeit at 220 as well.
220-pounders.
And then we'll probably see
Looks like it might be
a little headgear problem.
Derek Hilsenbeck.
Derek Hilsenbeck will receive a forfeit.
We'll see Cole Otto's first match.
So we got Shootbach or Cooley.
Heavyweight for your Tiger Hawks. Colton Schubach.
It will be senior Colton Shootbach for the Tiger Hawks. And listen to the crowd on this one as Cole Otto gets called in.
I think this is going to be a very exciting match. I think the fans are going to get really into this match. And I think it's going to be a really good one.
Great to see Cole Otto out there. He's been working hard over the season, make weight 285, and here he is. He's going to be out there. He took his first varsity win earlier in the night against Bellevue, receiving the forfeit win, and now he will get his first action in the varsity lineup.
I think for Cole here, you got to use your leverage to your advantage, use your strength, play defense here. So he's going to try to work to get out of it. So give up the takedown.
A 2-0 early lead for Colton Shootbach of the Tiger Hawks.
Colton Schubach gets the half in, so work it over. And he's kind of pushing Cole up there, but looks like he'll settle in here. Otto's got to really work out of this. And Schubach will get the fall.
Coming in 40 seconds, a fall for Colton Shootbach over Wapsie Valley's Cole Otto. One match to go, 106 pounds. Wapsie Valley's Delaney Youngblood.
And it looks like they'll receive a forfeit here.
That's going to be the final match of the duel. Wapsie Valley's going to win this one by a score of 54-18 over North Fayette Valley.
And I think as the score, even as the score lopsided as it was, I think this was a very exciting duel. This was the duel that a lot of people look forward to. I think the open matches just caught up to North Fayette Valley a little too fast, and they couldn't win the matches that they needed to win.
Give a recap here of the action in the duel between Wapsie Valley and North Fayette Valley.
At 106, Delaney Youngblood received a forfeit. At 113, Brody Kleitch got a fall in 1 minute and 22 seconds over Cade Meyer. At 120, Dawson Schmidt got a fall in 5 minutes and 33 seconds over Tate German. At 126, Nick Koch of North Fayette Valley got a decision 11-4 over Keenan Decker. At 132, Gavin Leistekow got a fall in 1 minute 43 seconds over Logan Bohm. At 133, Brandon Ellis. At 138, Brandon Ellis got a fall 1 minute 21 seconds over Dallas Tissue. At 145, Jesse Grimes got a decision 4-2 over Aidan Shannon. At 152, Drew Lansing got a decision 4-1 over Kenny Kerr. At 160, Jonah Frost got a 9-7 decision over Aiden Burrow of North Fayette Valley. At 170, Chase Ackerman received a forfeit. At 182, Cannon Jaeger received a forfeit. 195, Keegan Brown received a forfeit. And at 220, Derek Hilsenbeck received a forfeit. At 285, Colton Schubach of North Fayette Valley got a pin in 40 seconds over Cole Otto. And as an extra JV match at 113, Dylan Springgrove of North Fayette Valley got a fall in 2 minutes and 49 seconds over Austin Hesse.
So that's how the action wrapped up. A duel between Wapsie Valley and North Fayette Valley, resulting in a Warrior 54-18 victory.
And I think for that duel, I think the match of that duel was obviously that 160 match between Jonah Frost and Brendan Wander. I think that was just a very exciting match that I don't think a lot of us knew how it was going to end, and it ended in a really great way for us.
Yeah, definitely a great, tough match there. A couple of good matches on the docket. So we've just got one round to go tonight, Zach, where we will see Wapsie Valley wrapping up their night against East Buchanan and Bellevue taking on North Fayette Valley. We'll be back shortly, folks, for those duels between the Warriors and Buccaneers and the Comets and Tigerhawks.
All right, the third and final duel will be Wapsie Valley versus East Buchanan. Bellevue versus North Fayette. I'd like to give a big shout out to Aaron Johnson, our athletic trainer from Rock Valley Physical Therapy. We appreciate you coming out tonight, helping us. Our partner Sid Martin, Blood Time. Shout out to those managers, Ava, Vandale, Matilda Miller, and Lexi Lansing. A lot of hard work, a lot of hours. Way to go, ladies. We will be starting the duels at 120. 120.
How's the boys' game turning out right now?
They're up 30-28 at half. They were down 3 at the end of the first, and then up 2 at half. To be doing social media while I'm doing this.
Why doesn't Bird do it? Isn't he part of the athletic stuff?
He's the athletic director. He doesn't hardly do crap with social
Wrestling
media.
for the Comets. Aidan hard. For your Tiger Hawks. Tate. German.
fans, we're back in, getting ready for the third round of duels.
For your Warriors, Dawson Schmidt.
And for the Warriors right away, we'll see Dawson Schmidt come out. Against, it will be Sam Cook, the junior. So both of these guys are juniors. Schmidt looks to get an early takedown. Nothing going there though. Looks like we got a quick fall here on mat 2 for Tate German.
Schmidt going in on that single leg attack. Cook able to fight it off.
He's really good at that high crotch, as we just saw. You know, he can run that high crotch really well against his opponents.
And Schmidt is able to get the takedown there at the edge of the ring before going out of bounds. So a 2-0 lead for Dawson Schmidt on the Buccaneers' Sam Cook.
And now we see where Schmidt is really good. He's really good on top. You know, he's really good at his neutral position. He can get out from bottom really fast. But this is where he likes to be. He likes to be on top, likes to score bonus points here. I think he does really good with what he does with his arm bars, Wapsie rides, and Steiner tilts. You can't forget about their cradles as well. And we'll see Nick Cook for North Fayette Valley over Will Steinbeck of Bellevue over here on mat 2.
We had a pair of forfeit losses there. So that duel between Bellevue and North Fayette Valley started out with Tate German, a fall in 46 seconds over Bellevue's Aidan Harms. Then Nick Cook for the Tiger Hawks took a forfeit win at 126. Logan Bohm, a forfeit win at 132. And Jake Highland now on the mat against the Tiger Hawks, Braden Ellis. So we had 3 on the near fall there for Dawson Schmidt before the period ended. He will take a 5-0 lead into the second over East Buchanan Sam Cook. Schmidt quick on the attack.
Right away. Look to try to get an armbar there as they kind of fell onto their sides there, but he's looking to get that Steiner tilt or that Wapsie ride.
Schmidt now trying to roll him back over. How's a grip on that left arm there?
We'll get that armbar put in. Looking for that wrist. Just trying to kind of run it over here. There he goes. He rolls him to his back. Looks like he'll get 3 on the near fall.
He's got it if Cook is able to spin out of it.
He hasn't let go of that armbar yet, so he's going to try to run it over. So go for it again. Looking for the fall. So cover it back up. And so he'll get the 3 near fall there.
Bumping Schmidt's lead up to 10-0 on Sam Cook. 18 seconds to go in period number 2.
Over here on mat 2, we just got a quick reversal right to his back. Ellis took Highland right to his back here. trying to get that fall.
End of the second period between Schmidt and Cook. Schmidt holding a 10-0 advantage.
And Brandon Ellis of North Fayette Valley will get the fall over Jake Highland with 1:42 to go in the second. So
Cook on the top position as we begin the third period.
Schmidt looking for the switch, and he gets it for the reversal.
A 12-0 lead here for Dawson Schmidt. He's trying to get that turn in. See over on mat 2, Dylan Spargrove from North Fayette Valley receives a forfeit win at 152 pounds.
Jayden, Keene.
And there, Dawson Schmidt will get the armbar run over. He's looking for the fall. He'll either get a tech fall or a fall. He's looking for the pin.
43 seconds to go.
I think he's
Tries to push those hips down.
Shoulder.
Create some pressure.
You can see Cook on bottom is trying to push out Schmidt's back leg, try to relieve some of that pressure.
Schmidt's going to switch sides there, try to roll through the other way.
In. He's trying to get both shoulders down.
10 seconds to go. Take Cook with time on his side in this one.
As it will be
He's going to get 3 on the near fall.
will be a 15-0 technical fall for Dawson Schmidt.
Coming in 6 minutes there. So Wapsie Valley starts off the duel against the Buccaneers with a 5-0 lead.
Wrestling at 126. Buccaneers, Colton, Torres.
Next we will see 126-pounders for East Buchanan, Colton Torres, and for Wapsie Valley will be Kanan Decker.
Decker looking for the early shot. Sprawls out of it though, and he tries to get a single leg, and he's got it. He's going to try to treetop him, pull him back in. Tip over the ankle, and he'll get the 2 as they go out of bounds.
Good quick start there for Decker.
There he goes. Decker's getting the near falls. It looks like he'll get 2. Looks like he's going to maybe try to run it again. But he lets go of the hold there, so
2 on the near fall there for Decker. A 4-0 lead as we approach 1 minute into this match.
And over here in mat 2, we just have a brand new match starting here at 160. Jayden Keene of Bellevue versus Kenny Kerr of North Fayette Valley. Decker looking for a little armbar there. With 40 seconds left here in the first period. As they'll go out of bounds, we'll head back to the center with about 15 seconds left here in the first period. Decker up 4-0. And this is very important if he can keep him down, but he lets up the escape.
Torres able to break the hands.
And he'll
Escape
get 2
go
with the
back neutral.
takedown right at the end there.
Decker getting a near fall count before the period ends. He'll get 2 points out of that. And 8-1 Decker advantage over Colton Torres. Heading into the second period. And will be neutral to start the second.
Here on mat 2, we have a 9-2 lead for Kenny Kerr.
Decker on the attack as the cradle locked up and gets the fall. A pin for freshman Keene Decker in 2 minutes, 15 seconds over East Buchanan's Colton Torres.
And over here on mat 2 as the second period winds down, 9-2 lead for Kenny Kerr over Jayden Keene.
Gavin Lystico will receive a forfeit for the Warriors at 132 pounds. Next up, 138. Dallas Tissue is going to receive a forfeit win.
Looks like Aidan Shannon will be sent up. And he will be taking on Tanner Therm, the sophomore from East Buchanan.
Wrestling at 145 for the Buccaneers, Tanner Torn. And for the Warriors, Aidan Shannon.
So the Warriors are out to a 17-0 lead here in the team score. Actually, correction, a 23-0 lead here in the team score. We'll start neutral here.
Shannon Therm starting out heavy with the action here. Both trying to work for position.
I think for these two guys, head position is going to be key. I think we saw with both of these guys are really physical wrestlers. They're going to take the match to you. So I think head position and, snap downs, working the other guy, getting him to move where you want to move him is going to be important here in this match. With about 15 seconds left here on mat 2, Kenny Kerr is going to get the win over
Turn in on the
Jayden
single leg
Keene.
shot. Get Shannon up in the air and back down for 2 as they go out of bounds. But turn a 2-0 lead, 36 seconds to go in this first period.
Wrestling at 170 for the Comets, Captain Sigma will receive a forfeit.
And Captain Sigma of Bellevue will receive a forfeit. We'll put Bellevue on the board. Shannon it's very important for him to get out here. He can work it.
A stall on turn here.
182 for the Comets, Blaine Tharp for the Tiger.
That's going to end the first period. A 2-0 lead for Tanner Therm of East Buchanan over Wapsie Valley's Aidan Shannon.
I don't think the Wapsie Valley coaches were very happy with how that period ended. They thought Shannon had gotten out with Therm's hands not locked around his back, but Shannon's getting on the legs here. As they'll work the position. Shannon will get the escape.
Therm's going to get the escape. Shannon. No, Zero was right. Therm.
Oh, sorry. The gym board put one up for Shannon, and the ref put one up for Green, which Green is Shannon. So I guess I was wrong there, but as it looks like Michael Baumler of North Fayette Valley gets the pin over Blaine Tharp of Bellevue in 51 seconds. Therm looking for that whip over. Nothing getting it though. They'll go out of bounds.
Highland, receiving 220-pounders, please. 220-pounders. Double forfeit, 220.
As Therm will get another takedown.
So a 5-0 lead for Tanner Therm over the Warriors. Aidan Shannon, 19 seconds to go in period number 2 in this 145-pound match.
Ryder Mickles for the Tiger Hawks. Colton Schuba.
Yeah. Ryder Michaels and Colton Schubach in action over on mat 2 in the heavyweight match.
It looks like Michaels for Bellevue wrestling up a weight here at 285.
End of the second period, Tanner Therm a 5-0 lead on Aidan Shannon. Shannon the down position to start the third.
Looking for that switch right away.
Therm able to hold on to that single leg, then grab the second and ride Shannon back down on the mat return there.
You know, Shannon's got to work his way up and out here. He's got to get out and he's got to get a couple shots off if he wants a shot at potentially tying or getting back into this match.
Shannon's going to get the escape there. Make that a 5-1 advantage for Therm.
I think that was a smart decision by Therm. He doesn't want to get the second stall call and potentially give him 2 points. Because the first stall call is 1 point, and then if he gets out, you know, you went from down by 4 to down by 3. So
nothing going on that shot there from Shannon, so we'll reset. Both wrestlers trying to work the head. Therm blocks the shot from Shannon there.
And over here on mat 2, we see a 2-0 lead for Michaels over Schubach of North Fayette Valley. Or, sorry, my bad. A 2-0 lead for Schubach over Michaels.
And this one on mat 1's going to end in a 5-1 decision for Tanner Therm of East Buchanan over Wapsie Valley's Aidan Shannon. Next, we'll head to the 152-pounders.
Wrestling at 152 for the Buccaneers.
Drew Lansing.
Cameron Graham will take the mat for the Buccaneers, while for the Warriors it will be Drew Lansing.
Lansing is part of that incredible freshman core we have here. He's a very, very sound, very technical wrestler.
Lansing the quick takedown. But Graham able to get the escape.
Lansing with another takedown.
Lansing, a very quick wrestler, especially for his size. Very tall, lanky,
Cradle.
152-pounder. He's got the cradle in on
The edge
Graham
of the
there at the edge of the
here.
mat. No count yet. Oh, correct. Must have already had a count going as he gets 3 on the near fall there.
That'll push his lead up 7-1. Heading into the third period here on mat 2, see Schubach extending his lead 5-0 over Michaels.
We got blood time on the mat here for Graham. Actually, it looks like this one's going to be injury time.
With about 1 minute 30 seconds here on mat 2. Schubach of North Fayette Valley leading Michaels of Bellevue 5-0 at 285. See us stalling here on Michaels.
And it looks like Graham is back out to the mat. Lansing on the attack again. And it's going to be 2 there for Lansing.
With 15 seconds left in this first period, Lansing up 9-1. He will ride out the end of this first period.
At the end of 1, Drew Lansing a 9-1 lead on East Buchanan's Cameron Graham in this 145-pound match.
And over here on mat 2 at 285, Schubach gets the win 6-0 over Michaels of Bellevue.
Your Tiger Hawks, Keene.
Graham taking the top choice.
Jayden will receive the forfeit.
Sir, that Cade Meyer will receive a forfeit over on mat 2 for the Tiger Hawks.
Lansing trying to work back up to his feet. These Buccaneers, they ride hard. You know, Drew Lance is going to have to work for it to get out of this bottom position. So,
Brody Schubach takes a forfeit for North Fayette Valley. Wrapping up that duel between the Tiger Hawks and the Comets.
Lansing trying to get out there. He's got a minute and about 10 seconds to work with. He goes, he's trying to get the reversal. Gets around to that far ankle. And he'll work up and get the 2 reversal, which will extend his lead 11-1.
Recapping the match between the Bellevue Comets and the North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks. North Fayette Valley winning at 57-15. At 120 pounds, North Fayette Valley's Tate German, a fall of Bellevue's Aidan Harms in 46 seconds. 126, North Fayette Valley's Nick Cook with a forfeit win. And at 132, the Tiger Hawks' Logan Bohm, a forfeit win. 138. NFV's Braden Ellis, a fall of Jake Highland of Bellevue in 218. Tiger Hawks with forfeit victories at 145 pounds and 152 pounds from Jesse Grimes and Dylan Spargrove. 160 pounds, Kenny Kerr of North Fayette Valley, a 9-2 decision of Jayden Keene. 170, Kempton Sycamore of Bellevue picked up a forfeit win. 182, Michael Baumler of North Fayette Valley, a pin of Bellevue's Blaine Tharp in 51 seconds. 195, Jack Highland of Bellevue, a forfeit win. 220 was a double forfeit. 285, Ryder Michaels of Bellevue, a 6-0 decision of Colton Schubach. 106, Cade Meyer took a Tiger Hawks forfeit win. 113 pounds, North Fayette Valley, Brody Schubach, a forfeit winner. And in an extra match, a girls match, 138 pounds, Leslie Graves of North Fayette Valley. She picked up a pin in 3:17 over Ryan Dunn of Bellevue. Wrapping up again in a Tiger Hawks 57-15 victory.
And with about 1:15 left in the third, Drew Lansing is up 11-1, and he's gonna, if he can keep this lead here, he's gonna get bonus points.
We'll wrestle 170-pounders on the Mid-Lake Varsity match. 170-pounders. Wrestling for the Buccaneers will be Carter Wilgan.
And it looks like we're gonna go to get this kind of duel going on with and over faster. We're gonna go two mats wide with both Wapsie and East Buck. So with about 30 seconds left in this match, Drew Lansing with a 13-1 lead. Then over on mat 2, Chase Ackerman for Wapsie Valley. And for the Buccaneers will be Carter Wilgenbush.
Lansing working there. He will get 2 more points before the match ends. Picks up a 15-1 major decision. Will bump Wapsie Valley's lead 27-3 on the team score.
And Chase Ackerman over here on mat 2 with an early takedown.
Coming up on mat 1, we will see Jonah Frost for Wapsie Valley.
And it looks like Chase Ackerman's getting that high leg right in there.
So Frost's opponent will be Chase Foltz from East Buchanan. Foltz into that single leg attack, gets the takedown of Frost. 30 seconds into the match.
And Wilgan Bush with a reversal on mat 2 with about 15 seconds left in the match. It's tied up 2-2. We'll start the second period here on mat 2. We are tied up at 2 with Chase Ackerman and Carter Wilgenbush. And Chase Ackerman gets the fall at 170 for Wapsie Valley.
They're coming in 2 minutes and 13 seconds for the Warrior freshman, Chase Ackerman. Back over on mat number 1. A 2-0 lead for Chase Foltz on Jonah Frost. Foltz with a stall warning there.
Jaeger!
End of the first period. Chase Foltz a 2-0 lead over Jonah Frost. Frost in the top position to start the second.
And over on mat 2, we have Cannon Jaeger of Wapsie Valley versus Clay Wilgenbush of East Buchanan.
Foltz breaking free, gets the escape point, leading 3-0. And a takedown there for Foltz.
He's trying to lock up a cradle. He'll get it locked up. Trying to work Frost over to his back. Looks like Frost broke the lock there. Still no points yet here. Over on mat 2. Still 0-0, but Cannon Jaeger.
Oh, he had the single leg,
Did
but
he get
lost
the
it.
2? No, he did not. Feet were not in at the edge of the mat. So still 0-0 here over on mat 2.
Chase Foltz the 7-0 lead on Jonah Frost after that takedown. Just about 30 seconds to go in this second period. While Jaeger and Wilgenbush still scoreless on mat 2.
Wilgenbush will go down to start the second period. Jaeger's got to ride him hard here. Jaeger gets the 2-on-1 right away as he gets the cradle. He gets the 2 near fall as he's looking to get a Turk. But Jaeger with the 2 near fall. I think.
So Jaeger the 2-0 lead on Clay Wilgenbush in the 182-pound match, about halfway into the second period.
Jaeger looking to get another cradle in.
Well, Chase Foltz still holding a 7-0 advantage on the Warriors' Jonah Frost on mat 1 on the right side of your screen.
You might see a stall warning here on Wilgenbush as the second period winds down.
Wilgenbush trying to break the hands of Jaeger there.
Jaeger is just continuing to get this cradle locked in. He gets him to his back as the period will wind down. And
he's got the near fall count. He's going to get 3 in on the near fall there. It'll take a 5-0 advantage into the third period. Blood time on mat 1 for Chase Foltz.
So, looks like Jaeger will choose top to start the third. We got blood time over here on mat 1. Wilgenbush gets the reversal. So Jaeger still with that 5-2 lead.
Looks like Foltz back ready to wrestle on mat 1. Still up 7-0 on Jonah Frost.
Jaeger trying to get out here. He's up on his base, but Wilgenbush hanging onto that arm. Jaeger trying to dive away. Wilgenbush with the powerful mat return. As we enter inside 1 minute left in this 182-pound match on mat 2.
Frost with the roll through, gets the takedown. But the near fall of just 2 as the third period runs out. A valiant late effort there from Frost, but ends in a 7-3 Chase Foltz decision for the Buccaneers.
We'll see Keegan Brown come out for 220. Looks like Jaeger gets an escape with about 15 seconds left here on mat 2. Extend his lead 6-2. And as the period winds down, Jaeger will get the 6-2 decision over Clay Wilgenbush.
For the Warriors, Keegan Brown.
Keegan Brown will come out for the Warriors at 195 pounds. Over on mat number 1. His opponent looks like will be Owen Recker.
And over here at 220, we'll see Derek Hilson back for the Warriors. And Nick Starr will wrestle up a weight. So both of these guys are coming from 182. So Nick Starr and Derek Hilsenbach will both be wrestling up from 182 at 220.
Looks like we got a little something going on here. Starr must not have been certified to wrestle 82. So, correction, 220. So it'll be a victory for Derek Hilsenbach. And we'll see Cole Otto coming up to the table for the Warriors at heavyweight.
It looks like he will get a forfeit, and I don't know
And a pin there for Keegan Brown.
Cole Otto will receive a forfeit at 285.
So Keegan Brown getting the pin of Owen Recker. And Cole Otto, the forfeit win for the Warriors at 285 pounds.
106 pounders.
While Derek Hilsenbach instead received the forfeit win.
Buccaneers, Jayden,
Brown's pin of Owen Recker coming in 1 minute 6 seconds.
Brody Leitch.
So now we'll move back to 106, where Brody Kleitch will take the mat against Jayden Payton, the junior. That's Brody Kleitch, the sophomore.
At 113, for your Warriors, Delaney Youngblood will receive a forfeit.
And over at 113, Delaney Youngblood will receive a forfeit. So Brody Kleitch versus Jayden Payton will be our last match here tonight. Brody trying to look to get the reversal, as a weird situation here for Brody Kleitch is he's getting near fall counted, and it looks like Jayden Payton is getting the near fall with his legs around Brody Kleitch. As we'll get intentionally dangerous. So it will be a 2-5 score for 2-5 advantage for Jayden Payton. And with 30 seconds left here in this first period, Payton is still riding Kleitch hard. Here is he. Gets some near, no count yet. No count. So with 10 seconds left, will we see a count here? And we're getting the count. As Payton will get two near falls to add to that score.
End of the first period. Jayden Payton, a 7-1 lead on the Warriors. Brody Kleitch at 106 pounds.
Looks like Jayden Payton will choose down as to start the second period.
Clyde's trying to roll Peyton through there on the top. As Peyton's able to get back to his base.
And it's still a 7-1 lead for Peyton. Clyde's looking for that cradle. There he goes. He gets the cradle in, but no reversal. Sorry. Now there's a
the
reversal.
reversal.
So it is a 9-1 lead for Peyton. With about 20 seconds left here in the second period, it is still a 9-1 lead for Peyton of East Buchanan.
This will be our last match of the night. Our 113-pounder Delaney Youngblood receiving a forfeit win.
And the dual meet score as is right now is 60-6 Wapsie Valley, with that forfeit of Delaney Youngblood. With about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this third period, Peyton still with that 9-1 advantage over Brody Kleitch.
Peyton trying to work the cradle there. Took a strong grip of the leg.
Looking for those back points. Won't get them, though.
1 minute left in this third period between Jayden Peyton of East Buchanan and Brody Kleitch of Wapsie Valley.
And, I think Brody Kleitch, he's got to work out of this position. I think if you're East Buchanan here, you're trying to get more bonus points. "24 seconds left in this match as we get intentionally dangerous.
So we'll reset it back in the center. Peyton in the top position, holding a 9-1 lead over the Warriors' Brody Kleitch.
Looking to get the count there. Doesn't look like he'll get it. 10 seconds left here. And he'll get the count. And that will do it for this match. Jayden Peyton getting the 12-1 major decision over Brody Kleitch. And our final score here for the dual meet tonight will be 60-9. Warriors win. 60-10, correction. Warriors win. So that will do it here for us tonight, here in the Wapsie Valley Gymnasium. And have a great night. Oh, sorry. A recap of the Wapsie Valley East Buchanan dual meet. At 106, Brody Kleitch with Jayden Peyton with the 12-1 major decision. At 113, Delaney Youngblood received a forfeit. At 120, Dawson Schmidt got a technical fall after 6 minutes. At 126, Caden Decker got the fall in 2 minutes and 15 seconds over Colton Torres. At 132, Gavin Leisticow got a forfeit. At 138, Dallas Tissue got a forfeit. At 145, Tanner Therm over Aidan Shannon in a decision 5-1. At 152, Drew Lansing over Cameron Graham of East Buchanan with a 15-1 major decision. At 160, Chase Foltz of East Buchanan over Jonah Frost with a 7-5 decision. At 170, Chase Ackerman over Carter Wilgenbush of East Buchanan in a fall in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. At 182, Cannon Jaeger over Clay Wilgenbush of East Buchanan with a 6-2 decision. At 195, Keegan Brown over Owen Recker of East Buchanan with a fall in 1 minute and 6 seconds. At 220, Derek Hilsenbach with a forfeit. And at 285, Cole Otto with a forfeit.
All right, looking back on that duel there between the Buccaneers and the Warriors, Zach, what would you say? What match stuck out? What wrestler stuck out there for you?
I think for me, it was, there's 3 guys I'm looking at. I'm looking at Dawson Schmidt, obviously. I'm looking at probably Chase Ackerman with the quick fall he had, and then Keegan Brown, obviously, with the quick fall that he had. Dawson Schmidt took care of business tonight with a tech fall. Keegan Brown also, quick day at the office for him with a fall in a minute. And then for, Chase Ackerman, he took care of business pretty fast with a fall in 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
All right. And whole night combined, who would you say was the MVP of the meet, the standout of the meet?
For me, I look at Dawson Schmidt. I think, coming in, he took care of business. He did what he was supposed to do. 3 pretty easy matches for him with a technical fall and 2 falls. If I'm looking at opponents, I definitely look at what Jayden Payton did over Brody Kleitz with that major decision. He had 2 other really good quality matches. And then for the match of the night, I have to go with Jonah Frost getting his big win in that North Fayette Valley meet, which was huge for him.
All right, so recapping the action for Wapsie Valley tonight. It started out with a duel between the Warriors and the Comets from Bellevue. Wapsie Valley picked up a 41-30, or a correction, over Bellevue, a 50. No, that's not it either.
66-8.
66-8. Sorry. So many pages open on Track Wrestling here. We get a little confused about what page is open where, which team is who. So we'll get the correct ones pulled up here. So, start out the night for Wapsie Valley. It was a 66-8 victory over Bellevue. They rolled on into a 54-18 victory over North Fayette Valley and a 60-10 victory over East Buchanan. Moving along for North Fayette Valley. Their night started with a 41-36 victory over East Buchanan before falling to Wapsie Valley 18-54 and wrapped up their night with a 54-12 victory over Bellevue. And wrapping up with Bellevue's team scores. Bit of a rough night for them as they came in a little shorthanded tonight, but they battled hard. First match of the night, lost 8-66 to Wapsie Valley before they battled East Buchanan. That one went to the Buccaneers by a score of 54-6. And finally, they wrapped up their night in a loss to North Fayette Valley, 12-54.
And I think for Bellevue, those open matches really had a disadvantage for them. And I think that was a clear thing coming into the night with their lineup being as shorthanded as they were. You know, they just didn't have the wrestlers that could put up the points to catch up to those lost points that they had in those open matches.
Yep, unfortunately for Bellevue coming in shorthanded, they had 7 open weight classes. The Warriors, a full lineup up and down for East Buchanan and North Fayette Valley. They each had, looks like, 5 weights open apiece. But a good night of wrestling. Some losses there from some forfeits. Kids that went out there and battled, did a great job. But it's Wapsie Valley that comes out victorious on the night, going 3-0 against the Comets, the Tigerhawks, and the Buccaneers. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We'll look ahead to Wapsie Valley's upcoming schedule. The Warriors just competed back on Saturday. They went over to the Tripola tournament where the Warriors placed 7th as a team, 10 wrestlers making the top 6. Keene Decker was a runner-up at 126 pounds, while Wapsie Valley freshman Chase Ackerman won his weight class, a tournament champion at 170 pounds. So the Warriors wrapped up their home season tonight. And coming up this Saturday, I believe they will be traveling to MFL Marmac for the MFL Marmac Invitational Tournament. I was like to mention that last night on Monday, the JV went and competed over in a JV tournament at Cedar Falls. So as we look ahead, this Thursday, the Warrior Wrestlers will be back on the mat. They travel to Sumner for a triangular with Sumner, Fredericksburg, and North Tama. Then on Saturday, the Warriors travel to Monona for the MFL Marmac tournament. Next week, the Warriors go Thursday, Saturday, starting Thursday at BCLW, South Hardin, and East Marshall. They meet in LeGrand, East Marshall High School. Our computer froze up on us here.
You know, as we start to head into March, we'll start getting to regionals, sectionals, and eventually the state tournament, which is going to be very important for these wrestlers to really get on their game and start winning some matches.
All right, so after traveling down to East Marshall next Thursday, the Warriors go to North Butler for the Doug Trees Invitational, and then comes conference tournament time, and then rolling into sectionals and districts. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to our broadcast tonight. I hope you all enjoyed and saw some great wrestling. I want to give a shout out to the guy sitting next to me, Zach Bavers, for stepping in the color commentary and, trying to make it sound like a smart broadcast, like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was very fun. I loved being here. The wrestling tonight was amazing. It was just a really good night of wrestling, and I think these guys are going to have a really good dual meets, and eventually when we head into March and start getting into districts and state, they'll be ready to go.
Once again, thank you folks for tuning in to our final home duels of the season. Looking forward to the rest of the wrestling season and hopefully being back with you next season as the Warriors roll on to their journey. Have a